Good morning. It is Sunday, June 11th.
Yes.
And it's Sunday, so we're gonna start off heading to church, doing St. Charles Church.
Woo!
And then maybe my mom will be here and we'll do lunch with her afterwards. Otherwise, we'll just have to go somewhere on our own.
I wouldn't mind seeing your mom though.
Yeah, it's been okay. Cause last time we were here, you was busy.
I know.
We had Memorial Day plans or something.
I know.
Crazy. Okay, let's head into church.
Sound good.
I've tasted and seen of the sweetest of loves, where my heart becomes free and my shame is undone. Your presence, Lord, take joy, my King,
In what you hear, let it be a sweet, sweet sound in your ear. So he's got out of church and we had a message on God getting us through storms.
Yeah.
And then decided food with mom, and we're meeting her at Chili's.
Chili's.
I think we just had Chili's, but
We
it
did.
didn't sound like mom had had Chili's for a long time.
Yeah.
And it's convenient because after this, I gotta go to Costco.
Right.
And after Beth and I had lunch with mom, we went to Costco to pick up a few groceries for both of us. Also got a few things that she needs to have snacks and lunches at work, where we were able to pick up at the store in bulk so that she'll have enough for a few weeks, so that's nice. We only had a couple hours after that to just laze around, and she had to head out at 5:30 to get home in time for D&D at 6 with some of her friends. So she's left and I still got like 4 hours of my evening. But I have some things I'm sure I can be productive. Gotta get bills paid, and maybe get at least a little of the trash out, because things have been building up here. Just boxes of trash, really. But also it's been a few hours, so I'm starting to think about maybe dinner at some point. But yeah. Even when she has to leave early, it's nice to have a day with Beth. I enjoy my time with her. And we're starting to think about plans for next weekend, because next Friday is the first of the Muni shows, and where my mom already has season tickets, and I've in the past gone with her on some of the shows when Mike isn't going, so I'll get the, this year, I just bought a pair of season tickets for Beth and I for her birthday. And so we have that. As far as we just get to go to all of them. And I managed to get seats that weren't that far from my mom's. So we'll be able to say hi to them while we're there. But that'll be starting this Friday. So soon. So we're starting to plan that and look forward to that and all that. So, okay. All right, let's see what I can get accomplished. So I made some wings, and that should be a nice dinner. And I've decided to go with them. I have a can of Coke Zero. I have this in the fridge for a bit. My mom occasionally brings them to make sure when my brother's here. For D&D, that he has that as an option. I'm gonna give it a shot. I hope I like it. Because I got a big case of just normal Coke over there, but I need to not drink it. Because almost 2 weeks ago tomorrow, I had a realization. I've had some issues, some symptoms, And I just mentioned something kind of aside at the end of my D&D game with my buddies 2 Mondays ago. To which Bob brought up the question of, do I have diabetes? Which I don't, to my knowledge. I was like, well, I hope not. But it turned out, looking it up, and something Bob just knew, that some of the symptoms I was having are some of the primary symptoms early on for diabetes. And so basically the only real change that I've made since then is, in that 2 weeks I've had one normal Coke. So I've all but cut it out. And the symptoms that I've had have all but disappeared. Which says to me, hopefully it is just a blood sugar issue. And it's not caused real damage yet. And that by making wise choices, I might be able to prevent it from getting to that point. Hopefully. But that's meant I've been doing diet sodas. And I've had, of course, I have tea. I always have tea around here. I have tea usually when I go out to eat. And I have diet, is it ginger ale? Which I like. But that's something that I know I get bored of. And the Coke, I haven't been getting bored of. So I'm hopeful that the zero sugar Coke will suffice. Maybe tastes a little weaker. Like certainly very carbonated, but like the flavor that I associate with being a little flatter while still fizzy. I'll have it with the meal. And I mean, if not, I have other diet options, but the more options I have, I have a diet 7-Up. I'm fine with that usually. There are diet root beers I like. So I have options. But regardless of what those options are, I am working on reducing the sugar that I have. I guess that's not true that the only thing I did was cut out soda. Because having told Beth and my mom, I have also reduced maybe desserts that I might otherwise have eaten. So I've reduced sugar a little bit in that way too. But I haven't reduced sugars in like the way that your body turns things into sugars. Like, my mom brought up like bread and pasta and potatoes are all things your body turns into sugars. And I would miss those a lot more if I had to cut them out. So far I've only really done anything with direct sugar. And it seems to be helping. But I really have to be grateful for Bob for just knowing symptoms and being able just to say something and be like, and it was scary. It was a scary night. But I made some changes and it had some effect. So just got to be smart about it. Because I don't want to have diabetes. I don't believe there's any on my dad's side, and I think on my mom's side it is only on her mother. And their side of the family has quite a bit of it, so I have like a 25% grouping. So it's possible. It's definitely there as a chance. But anyways, it's probably cooled down enough to start eating the wings. So I'm gonna do that. And it wasn't bad. Dinner was good, of course. But the zero sugar Coke, it wasn't bad. But I didn't enjoy it as much as, say, just the normal Coke. So we can still... I mean, I used to drink diet sodas for a number of years. But the thing is, I have to keep kind of cycling out variety. Because I get bored with them. I wasn't doing that with the Coke. I was able to buy like a 35-pack from Costco, and it was good. Probably won't do that with the Coke Zero, although I think it is an option. I'll have to mix it up with the ginger ale and the 7-Up and the, was it Starry? I think there's a Diet Starry. Just to keep variety of some things. So I'll just keep going through variety with it, I guess. Is what it is. Because cutting out a lot of that sugar and a lot of the soda, which is where a big part of my sugar was coming from, seems to be helping. So, try and stay healthy, I guess. Otherwise, I'm going to call it a night. Thank you for joining me. Join me as my journey continues.